This episode of The Young Turks is brought to you by Gamefly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Down goes Ryan's Medicare plan. Down goes Ryan's Medicare plan. Is anyone else in the country as excited as I am about this? So, Paul Ryan put together that Medicare plan that they recently announced, and all the Republicans voted for, except for 4 of them in the House. So over 200 Republicans sign on for the plan, and what it does is it ends Medicare as we know it. It turns it into a voucher system, and the voucher does not increase with health care costs. So eventually you run out of money, and they've already done analysis on it. You would pay the lion's share of your health care costs, so Medicare is gone, right? If it passes. Now, it's already passed the House because the Republicans control the House. But guess what happened? They went to their town hall events, and everybody was like, boo, seek the Lord, go away. And they love their Medicare. How many polls have I shown you? Quinnipiac has a new poll out today, 70%. Do not cut Medicare, even if it is to balance the budget. Don't cut it, under any circumstances. There's never been a poll under 70% on don't cut Medicare. So they saw all those polls, and by the way, I'll tell you, there was a meeting that I attended in Washington last week where Republican congressional staffers said, yeah, Medicare, well, we'd like to run on other issues. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. And then this week, now all of a sudden, we've got a massive backpedal. They are backpedaling the hell out of there, man. So first of all, David Camp runs the Ways and Means Committee. He's, of course, a Republican from Michigan. And they say, well, are you going to bring it up for a vote? Because that would be the next logical step. You bring it up, vote in your committee, and we move forward. He said, not so much. He said, quote, I'm not interested in laying down more markers. Why do we need to vote on that? No, we already got our ass handed to us on that. We got no interest on that vote. So then they go to Eric Cantor and they say, it looks like your guy's backing out, and, it looks like you're not going to go forward with this Medicare thing. He's like, outrageous. I demand a retraction. We will be proceeding forward. We'll see how exactly we do that, but, the Senate really won't pass it anyway. So then they go to John Boehner, and John Boehner's like, I'd love to do it. But the president's got us all tied up here, man. And the Democrats, they just won't let us do it. So that's why we're, what can we do? And he said, look, quote, those are the political realities we face. What could poor John Boehner do? He had to run for the hills. Okay, if you're not convinced, already the other Republicans are mad. So Joe Walsh, freshman Republican, put his ass on the line, voted for the bill, right? Now, he turns around, and he's been making the case for the bill for the last 2 months and getting his ass kicked, as all these Republicans have in their town halls. Now he comes back to Washington, and they say, yeah, that turned out to be a bad idea, Joe. We're not going to go do that. So he gets mad, and he says, quote, I would be very disappointed if we didn't follow through. We've spent, a month or 2 now trying to educate the American people to a pretty good reception. That part is totally not true. I appreciate the chairman's notion, but I would continue to respectfully challenge him to get this thing through committee. So what does that mean? That means they ain't doing it, and he's mad that they're not doing it. He's like, no. Okay, more. Bobby Schilling, he's a congressman from Illinois. He says, we are collapsing to lies and deceit told by the other side. Again, the second part of that is not true, but they are collapsing. He calls it a collapse. A Republican aide says, it is a big problem. Things are unraveling. That's it. Whoever wants to stay. Whoever run. They are gonzo, man. They're running for the hills. End of this. No more Medicare plan where they try to slash it. They tried it for about a month, and they got mauled. So the American people, I want to congratulate you on a job well done. You even got the Republicans scared, and you got them running and retreating. Now, that doesn't happen that often. It was great work, man. So that's positive. Now, of course, Republicans being who they are, they'll say, well, let's go to negotiations and see how it goes. And Democrats being who they are will then later be tricked into, well, I don't know, we gave more tax cuts to the rich, and we did all this and we did all that because we had to save Medicare. When today, mark the day, okay, and it's an easy day to mark, it's Cinco de Mayo. This thing's already dead. They don't want any piece of it. If the Democrats give up anything for this, they're nuts.
Cenk, people don't know this about me, but I'm an underground gamer.
You are.
I love to play video games.
Well, then you're going to love our new sponsor, GameFly. They're the largest online video game rental service in the world. 7,000 titles, new and classic. Also, no late fees, no due dates. Shipping's always free.
Go to gamefly.com/TYT for a free trial membership.